Hi everyone, I'm Helen Claire and welcome to day 1 of the Yoga for Runners Challenge. Now this short sequence is all about strength and stability in the pelvic stabilizing hip muscles. So strength here in the pelvic stabilizers allows us to transfer weight from one foot to the other whilst maintaining our alignment without tipping and overloading the knees. So grab a mat and we'll get started. And start lying down on your back. You can just bend your knees, resting your feet there on the floor. Hands, rest them on your tummy. Take a long breath in, a long breath out. Lengthen your spine, relax your face, another long breath in, and a long breath out. So with your ankles roughly under your knees here, and your hands down by your side, slowly lift your hips up somewhere comfortable and bring them back down. Lifting the hips somewhere that feels good and then bringing them back down. So we're just going to repeat this movement, this bridge lifts, a few times, and what I'd like you to focus on is how level you can keep your pelvis, how steady and smooth you can lift and lower the hips. Just trying to keep the knees, ankles, feet tracking forwards. And if you can, time that with your breath. So breathing in as you lift, breathing out as you lower. So we don't have to lift the hips at the moment to their highest possible height. We're just going to a comfortable height, concentrating more on that smooth, stable movement. Couple more. Try not to clench too much, particularly around the upper glutes. Okay, so if there was a little bit of wobbling or feeling of instability there, carry on, take a few more. If that felt pretty good, we're going to try it on one leg. So we'll come up, lift the hips, draw your right knee in towards you. We'll just try around 5 or 6. So lower the hips and lift them back up. Top leg just stays where it is. Exhale down, inhale up. Again, it doesn't matter how high you come. See if you can maintain that same feeling that you had when you were on both feet. The pelvis staying really centered and level. Notice how it feels. Last one this side. Come down with the hips, come down with the feet. Just take a little pause. So hopefully you were aware of any wobbling that there may have been, any tipping of the knee towards the center. And we'll just try that on the second side to compare. Let's lift the hips up. Draw the left knee in towards you. Slowly drop down. Okay, around 3 or 4 more. I know some of you may still be just going through with both feet down. If you're taking these single leg bridge lifts, notice if this side feels any easier or harder than that first side. Relax your upper body. Last one. Good, come down. Loosen up the legs. And then come roll onto one side. Let's have the right leg on top. Lie down comfortably on one side with your knees bent, that top leg stacking. So imagine you're lying against a wall behind you. Lengthen your tailbone so your back's pressing against the wall. Your soles of your feet are lined up in line with your spine. As you lengthen your tailbone, your lower waist is going to lift ever so slightly there. Place your hand right on the top of this hip. So let's lift the top leg parallel to the floor and bring it back down. And take a few of those. Go nice and slow. Breathe in, lift. Breathe out, come down. Keep your focus and attention on this top area outside of the hip. And ideally, we're feeling this area kick in and work. Or notice if you can feel it anywhere else. Just a few more here. So this is a great way to bring our attention to gluteus medius here, one of our primary hip stabilizing muscles. So important to keep it strong. As runners especially, helping to prevent lots of knee pain issues, IT band issues. Good, come back onto your back. Briefly, cross that right ankle over your left thigh, an easy distance away from you, just a little rocking side to side. Nice and easy. Good, then roll onto your other side, left leg on top. So lengthen your spine, knees stacking, soles of your feet in line with your spine. Lift the inner waist as your tailbone lengthens. Top hand somewhere over glute medius here, just right on the outside top of the hip. Lift the top knee, bring it down. So see if you can keep the knee and the ankle in line. And you might not feel too much at first. Really take your attention, your awareness to this area under the hand. See if it starts to work. Get a little bit tired after a few. Last couple. Good. Okay, again, cross that left leg, this time on top of the right. Nice, easy figure four shape here, just to release there through the hips. Okay, come all the way up, come onto your hands and your knees. So, spread through your fingers, wrists under your shoulders, knees somewhere roughly under your hips. Just take a nice long breath in. You can lift your tailbone, lift your chest. And then exhale, come back to the center. So lengthen your tailbone. Now you'll feel your lower back lengthening gently. Push the floor away. Take your right toes towards the back of your mat. Imagine your front hip bones like headlights pointing straight down. See if you can keep them pointing straight down. Start to lift your right heel up. Push away through that back foot. Keep pushing away through the hands. Breathe along the whole length of your body. Feel as long as you can here, lengthening through the crown of your head. Away through the back foot. Bring it down. Release the wrists if you need to. Come to the second side, so lengthen the tailbone. You'll feel the lower belly drawing in. Take your left toes back. Now, main thing here is to keep those front hip bones pointing down, so only take that left leg up as far as you can before the hips start to shift. Pelvis level. And then breathe. And exhale down. Slide the hips back. Push into your hands. Lift from your belly to lift the hips. Step the feet in. Walk the hands back. Bend your knees. Bend your knees a lot. Rest your chest. Slide your hands up onto your thighs. Inhale. Push down. Lift your chest. Extend through your spine. And come all the way up. Bring your hands onto your hips. Have your feet about hip width, ankles under knees, knees under hips. As you bend into your knees, see if you can keep your knees tracking forwards, or as much as feels comfortable. Spread your toes, your feet are stuck to your mat. Have a sense of wanting to tear your mat in half as though you want to draw the feet away from one another. And again, we should feel this area where our hand was earlier. Switch on. Inhale, an inch or two up, and exhale down. So our torso can come diagonally forwards, keep the belly drawing in. Inhale up, and exhale down. Take a few more. If that feels pretty easy and you feel pretty stable, again, let's try it with one leg. So the key is here, keep the pelvis level, keep the front knee or the balancing knee centered, tracking forwards. Try the other side. If there's a lot of wobbling or instability at the moment, stick with both legs. Okay, and last one. Replace the feet, come all the way up, take a long stretch up. And then bend your knees, fold forward, taking your ribs towards your thighs. Lengthen the back of your legs gradually. Inhale, lift your chest, take your hands forward, spread your fingers, step your feet back. Bend your knees, hips up and back, lengthen your spine. Float your knees down to the ground, release your toes, hips back, and just come and take a rest, child's pose. So take your time, just take a few long breaths there. That's it for day one. Well done, thank you. And I look forward to seeing you for day two, which is going to be all about strengthening the core.